Naomi. It's nice to meet you. I always ask photographers this, even though the answer is always yes. Have you shot Jewish weddings before? Okay, so you know all the like money shots that are just like gorgeous.
Are you going to be signing the ketubah?
Yeah, we're gonna do that once they get under the chuppah. So we're gonna do it all here. Yeah. Yeah, I defer to your wisdom, but sometimes I've met photographers like early on in their careers, and I'm like, oh, there's a moment at the end you're gonna want to catch when they're shopping.
And they're breaking the glass.
Yeah, they'll both be breaking a glass.
I always like to ask you, sometimes it's not possible, but if it is possible, those are beautiful. We're standing right behind the couple at that moment. Yeah, you're gonna be in the picture.
I like to get out of the way when I can. Yeah, for sure.
I always offer that.
Thank you.
I photographed a Catholic wedding. Priest is scratching his nose, but it's just, you know.
Oh.
I was like, would have been okay to scratch your nose any other day? So I always say.
You're like, how much can I edit that out?
It was a lot of people.
Oh man. Thanks, Eric. Is there anything else I can do to make this easier for you as you're working? Okay. Cool.
Hello.
Hi, Bridie. All right, you can have that back. I think I got everything.
Okay, thank you so much.
Of course.
It's really pretty.
It's so beautiful
This is
here.
so nice.
But just know everyone's going to hear it. Okay, great.
Comedy effect, yes.
Thanks for looking out for me. A hot mic is a pretty scary thing.
Yeah, it looks like it's on now.
Okay. ketubah. It is available to you.
guys also tucking the head in just a little bit. So not that you're facing each other, but just the head in a little bit. That's perfect. Good. Okay. Nice smile. Hold that for just 1 second, okay? Can I get a picture of you? Alright, hold that for just 1 second, okay? Now, does anyone want to get an individual picture with a couple? Absolutely. Absolutely. By the time I learn who everybody is, it'll be time to get home, but absolutely, as many pictures as you guys want. How's the best with three? That's just like that. That looks good. I don't see any. Good. Ready? Nice smile. Hold up, just 1 second, okay? Thank you. This is the brother?
This looks like a normal wedding picture. How amazing!
It does, right?
No pandemic to here. Great.
Nice smile, everyone. Thank you. Did we get every combination that you guys want to get? Okay.
All right. Stand next to each other. Face each other. Yeah. Baruch haba l'shem Adonai Barach nucha mi beit Adonai Ay, ay, may those who enter be blessed by Adonai's name. You are all blessed from this sacred place. It is such a joy to celebrate under Jaffa Baya and Mali, under your chuppah. It is a profound joy in a time when we have to work a little bit harder to find things to celebrate. And so let's start your wedding with a thank you for all of us for getting something to celebrate, to witness your love. For all of us, wherever we are watching, to all of you at home, in your pajamas and wedding outfits, we are also thankful to you for letting us join in your joy. To Heidi and Michael and John and Dexter and Elizabeth, I am glad that we are meeting under these circumstances. This is a good place to start, no? And we know that family who wishes they could be here, friends who wish they could be here, people who are like watching from an apartment down the street, just like trying to listen in, we invite them in. We fill this space up, knowing there will be so many more opportunities for us to celebrate and surround you in love. Because even while we are separated physically, we are connected to each other. Your love is even stronger than any trial that you may have already faced down, any need to reschedule a celebration. So your love connects you to each other with that strength, and to everyone who is beaming in from space to be here with us. That bond is stronger than even distance. So to all of our witnesses here and virtual, your memory of this day matters. There are no passive witnesses at a Jewish wedding. Whether or not you're signing the ketubah, you have a responsibility to remember what the sky looked like, what the fountain sounded like, what these beloveds looked like as they gazed at each other, so that you can remind them, when this day is long past, of what it was like to hustle and bustle and make it to this moment. So we got some work to do. We are all here to marry the two of you, but we also want to honor the friends and family who have been separated by death in particular. And we lift up Molly, your father Dexter, and we invite him under this sacred space. We bring him in. He is so welcome. He is so proud. And despite all of the logistics, we are landed. We have made it here. I have to tell you, a chuppah is like a spaceship. It's like a time machine. We are simultaneously here in Baltimore. We can hear the traffic. We know we are here. And we are beamed backwards into the Garden of Eden. You are the first two beloveds who ever met, married under a chuppah, officiated by a perfect, just force. You are also, if you zoom in your time machine, traveling to a perfected future in which there is justice for all, enough for all. And that's because Jewish tradition knows that the joy that can be kindled between two beloveds can transform the world. What you create between the two of you is transformative. So I invite you to notice above you this marriage canopy, this chuppah, open on all four sides. Like the home of Abraham and Sarah, whose tent was open on all four sides to welcome strangers, so too this chuppah. Sometimes they welcomed angels without even knowing it. Not being able to anticipate what would come their way, they greeted it with abundance. And notice below you. Feel the earth under your feet. Right? Yeah. Useful. The earth that grows the food that you will maybe feast on soon. The earth where you have made home, where you met, where you have begun to build your life together. We remember that this land belongs to the Piscataway Native Nation, and we are so grateful for the opportunity to make ritual in this space. And notice each other. Ready to be married. See yourself reflected in your beloved's eyes. Watch yourself blossom in their love. See how easy she is to love. See how ready you are to keep working and building. Beloveds, we are doing a very knowable thing in an unrecognizable time. So we'll root to the things we know. The ancient power of watching two people who love each other mark that love, and all of us as a community who gets to witness it. We'll begin by signing the ketubah. And Ashley and Kelly, wherever you are, I know that you're witnessing, and I'm just assuming you're right there, but that might be wrong. How do I make eye contact with the people on the camera? Is it there? He's not listening, okay. Yeah, okay, Ashley and Kelly. You will be the witnesses in this moment of Jaffa, Batya, and Molly signing their ketubah, and in the next week, the next few weeks, you'll come, you'll put your signature on this marriage certificate. So, through the power of space and time, we are particularly calling you in, and it's not a cursory thing, because these brides selected you because of the way that you show up in the world. Oh yeah, I got him. The way you show up in the world, the way you love these two, and the way you make relationship. And so it is your counsel and your advice and your care that is not only important today as you witness this ketubah being signed, but also in the days ahead. Because this marriage will be long and happy and healthy. Please God, we know it to be true. And for a marriage to be long and happy and healthy, we know sometimes you fight. Sometimes it shakes. That means that you can actually bend instead of break. And so when that shaking happens, when that wobbling comes, they will turn to you first for counsel. They will turn to all of us active, present witnesses, but the two of you in particular, as witnesses on their ketubah, have a particular responsibility. Okay, great. Signing this ketubah is the first step of making the bonds between the two of you permanent. This is a marriage contract with such incredible promises of love and compassion. And even as you sign it in ink, we know that the promises are built to transform and grow with you. That a marriage that starts in moments of hope and anticipation, that we sign it in ink and we know it can grow and expand to hold all that your long and happy and healthy and interesting lives will hold. And so we start from this foundation, from these roots. The ketubah initially was meant to protect the brides who sign it so that they would be protected in their marriage. It's an acquisition of property originally. You're acquiring each other, sure, but you're also making a commitment permanent and binding. And so we expand beyond that, but we know that it starts from a place of the kala needing to be protected. And so we begin to surround your marriage with protection. I'll invite you, first Molly, since you're closest, I'll invite you, I can take your bouquet if you don't mind. And before you sign, any attorney on the internet will know that you should read what you're signing first. So take a moment to read it, and you can, when you're ready, take that pen in your hand and sign the line. We'll read it aloud in a moment.
Yeah, looks good.
Okay, great. Top line where it says beloved. You. And the body can do the same on the flowers. You could read it in the original Hebrew, that would be perfect. One more moment as we put the ketubah in the frame. You know, there is a custom of after the ketubah is signed, it's handed to the bride or brides that they can know that it will keep them safe because these commitments protect you. So I will ask both of you to hold this as I get the frame ready. And there are some people who sleep with it under their pillow. Now I don't recommend that in this case. All right. Beautiful. Ceremonial framing of the ketubah. Thank you for your patience. Fly out, we're good. Yeah. All right. Amazing. And if that is not just an example, particularly Molly, of what Jaffa has already named, she loves so much about you, is it's okay, we'll figure it out. We'll put the ketubah in the frame. It'll be fine. An amazing example. Having signed your ketubah, we can begin with the blessings of this ceremony. First, mi adir et hakol, mi baruch et hakol, mi godel et hakol. Yevarach et hakala ve'et hakala. Splendor, blessing is upon everything. God, who is full of this abundance, bless this bride and this bride. We will consecrate your relationship with the first sip of wine. First, to taste the sweetness of these moments, and with the erusin, the betrothal blessing, to lift up the sanctity of consent in your relationship. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Ruach haolam Borei peri hagafen. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Ruach haolam Asher asar lanu litzvor legalot erva v'tzivanu al hakedushin umachnis et hamekudashot lechupat hanesuin. Baruch atah Yah mekadesh Yisrael. Have a seat. Any good Jewish ritual starts with something of grapes, something sweet. Take this. Perfect. Now, the two of you have chosen to wear one another's rings before exchanging them. You're like, yes, see, I have them right here. Beautiful. Now, there's a pagan wedding tradition of warming rings. And I think it's so beautiful that you intuitively thought, oh, I'll wear my beloved's ring, and when it's time to put it on her finger, it will already be warm and filled with all that I have been anticipating for this day. Such a powerful idea to bring under this chuppah. Rings make physical what you mean to each other. Like the ketubah, the wedding ring is a symbol not just to yourself, but to the outside world that you are married. You look at your hand, and it's a married person's hand. It's a strange thing that is about to transform. The other thing that a wedding ring is like a string tied around your finger. It is so easy over our lifetimes to get lost, to forget who we are, what we want to come back to, the best versions of ourselves, the happiest versions of ourselves. But a wedding ring is like a string tied around your finger that brings you back to some of the smartest decisions you've ever made, that brings you back to your beloved, even when you are far from her. And so when you exchange these wedding rings, you are saying, I'll be here if you ever need to stray, to wander the world, to think a new thought. I'll be here. And God forbid, if there is ever danger, a reminder of your beloved close by. But luckily, today you're holding hands. And we don't have to worry about that. You're like, oh gosh, we should hold hands. Today you're holding hands. Today you are close. And with the circles of protection that you walked around each other earlier, the circle of the ring is a reminder of this moment. And so there is a wedding custom to not place the ring on your partner's ring finger, to shove it on their finger, but instead to put it on their pointer finger. Now, some fake medicine, some fake news, is that there is a vein that runs straight from the pointer finger to the heart. Beautiful, whether or not it's medically true. And the other idea is that it is your choice to enter into this partnership of your abundant free will, that you are choosing to be here today and every day. And so after your beloved places the ring on your finger, you yourself will move it to your wedding ring finger. So, you might want to lay your flowers down for this. And the words you'll repeat after me, Molly will have you go first, so you can take Jaffa Batya's ring off your finger, hold her hand. Oh, let's see. Oh, will this work? Yes. You will put the ring on her pointer finger and repeat after me. I am my beloved's.
I am my beloved.
And my beloved's is mine. And now, Jaffa Bat, you can take the ring off your ring finger. Hold Molly's hand in your hand. Ani ledodi, vedodi li. And now you can move the ring from your pointer finger onto your own ring finger. Check it out. And I know you've written your own vows, your own words of promise, in addition to those beautiful words you chose from the Song of Songs. So we would be honored to hear these words.
Thank you. Okay. JV's computer is the only one that is connected to our printer. So when I sent these, I sent the email and the header was, "My vows, don't read it, just print it."
All caps.
All caps. Dear JB, when I think back to our first date, I can't remember a word that I said. I remember that the conversation flowed easily. I remember that we took an hour and a half to finish our cups of coffee. I remember trying to peek into your cup to see if you were nursing your beverage like I was, trying to turn 1 minute into 3, then into 10, then into 20. I was so focused on how cute you were and determined not to talk with a mouthful of coffee cake that my brain was moving faster than my mouth. Oh wow, JB's cute, I thought. What's the city planner do? That sounds like a Hallmark movie job. Be cool. Hey, JB's really cute. I gotta talk to Rachel on Monday and thank her for the introduction. Are there crumbs on my face? I feel like there are crumbs on my face. Looking back, I think I was so nervous because I could tell that you were going to be someone special in my life. I admire so many things about you. I admire the way that you reach out to the people that you love. It's 2020. Who still calls people on the phone to check in and say hi? You do, daily. I admire the values that guide your life, your commitment to building community and finding ways to make the world a kinder place. I admire how you love people, how you've taken my family as your own, how you ask about my parents, joke around with my brother, and have your own text message chains with my cousins. Everywhere you go, you build community. When I am with you, I feel like my most authentic self. I feel free to be silly. I feel free to be stubborn and animated and whole. You make me feel loved and valued every single day. When I was writing my vows, I kept thinking about January 2nd. That's the day we got engaged. We had just gotten home from a 36-hour odyssey back from Tel Aviv. Our seats on the 12-hour flight home were separate due to a booking error. We got stranded overnight in Toronto. Thank you, Michael, for booking that hotel. We nearly missed our flight out of Canada. We were still in our plain clothes when we collapsed on the living room couch. I got up to get a glass of water, and when I got back, there was a ring sitting on the coffee table. That was the day we got engaged. That was also the day you mentioned needing to buy a 2020 planner because so many big things were happening this year. You weren't wrong. This year has changed what traditional milestones look like. We looked for houses with masks and gloves on. We'll be hosting our housewarming and wedding reception sometime in 2022. We've experienced the loss of family and haven't been able to celebrate this milestone in our lives the way that we originally planned. But there are silver linings too. If you want to double check that you and your fiance are a good fit personality-wise, I highly recommend a 9-month lockdown. I know you better than I ever have. That's a plane. I know you better than I ever have, and I love you more than I ever have. I'm also excited that we get to share today with our friends and family all over the world. There is no way we could have afforded to have this many guests on our original wedding budget. If you are watching this wedding today, know that your presence is felt and valued. JB, I look forward to a lifetime of community, to a lifetime of inside jokes and Muppet voices. I look forward to supporting one another in our goals, holding each other on the hard days, and building a family together. I promise to love and cherish you always. That's all I've got.
It's very special.
On September 8th, 2018, I went for a coffee with a gregarious, funny lady who captivated me with her stories of adventures and teaching, and poked fun at herself at one point for talking with her mouth full of coffee cake. When we kissed goodbye, it felt like time slowed down, making the moment last a little longer just for us. Since that day, Molly, you have never ceased to amaze me with your quick wit, your dedication to education, and your warm, generous, loving nature. Through good times and difficult transitions, you have been a steadfast partner, always making me feel loved and safe, and never failing to support my goals and make me laugh along the way. I love everything that you are, and I promise to support you and grow with you as we enter this new chapter together. We didn't compare notes. That was just awesome.
That was great.
You want your flowers, you can hold them. Seems like a good match. That image of time slowing down and that you both chose to speak about that first coffee. Like, I just want to beam love to those two because you made it here to this moment. And to all the friends who heard about it in the early days and the family who heard about it in the early days, and each next step and each sip of coffee and each risk you took to come closer towards each other. Such a blessing. I'll read the words of your ketubah out loud so those who didn't have the opportunity to hear the ketubah can know what they're agreeing to. On the first day of the week, the 20th day of the month of Kislev in the year 5781, corresponding to the 6th day of December in the year 2020, here in Baltimore, Maryland, the United States of America, in the presence of family and friends, the beloveds Molly Catherine Connor, daughter of Dexter and Elizabeth, and Jaffa Batya Weiss, daughter of Michael and Heidi, entered into the covenant of marriage. As we embark on life's journey, we promise to love, cherish, encourage, and inspire one another. Our hearts fuse together, creating a unique bond with friendship and compassion at its core. Through this union, we vow to value and support each other, always striving to show sensitivity to each other's needs. We shall nurture one another emotionally, spiritually, and intellectually, always mindful of our respective qualities and strengths. May we continue to grow together, maintaining the courage and determination to pursue our desired paths. We promise to celebrate life's joys with grace and overcome life's adversities with tenacity. May we maintain the intimacy that fosters trust, honesty, and communication. As life partners, we shall strive to build a home emanating love, peace, tolerance, and charity. Through each other's eyes, we see the world anew. May we be better together. All of this is valid and binding. For those of you who haven't been to a Jewish wedding recently or ever, a reminder or an introduction that, Jewish weddings are a little extra because you're giving us an opportunity to celebrate See Above. And technically you're already married, but there's this opportunity to surround you in blessing, to lift you up. And so the Sheva Brachot, the 7 wedding blessings, appear in the Gemara. They are over 1,000 years old. And so we surround you with ancient words that speak specifically to the two of you. Time stops for a second. It expands and it contracts in this moment on your wedding day. And so I offer these 7 wedding blessings, these ancient words, to surround you, knowing that everyone watching at home, your beloved family present here today, have so many more words of blessing that we should take full advantage of this year as brides. Have them over for dinner, Zoom dinner, and just say a whole bunch of blessings and nice words, because this is just the beginning. And so, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Blessed are you who creates the fruit of the vine. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolamim shehakol bara lichvodo. Blessed are you, all of creation sings your praises. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu mekor hachayim yotzer ha'adam. Blessed is the Creator and the humans of the earth. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher yatzarat ha'adam b'tzalmo b'tzelem demut tavnito v'hitkin lo mimenu binyan adei ad. Baruch atah yotzer ha'adam. Blessed are you who created human beings in the divine image and gives us the creativity to create life and art from that divine spark. Sos tasis v'tagel ha'akara v'kibutz baneha letocha b'simcha ruchat ya mesameach Tzion b'vaneha. Praised are you who we name Justice, who has given us a vision of the paradise we dream of, creating with our lives and called it redemption. We praise you who created the commitment of marriage as a foretaste of redemption. Sameach t'samach l'ra'im ha'ahuvim k'samechecha yitzercha b'gan Eden mikedem baruch atah mesameach kala v'chala. Let these loving friends rejoice. Grant great joy to these loving companions as you once gladdened your creations in the Garden of Eden. Blessed are you, Yah, who gladdens the bride and the bride. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolamim asher bara sason v'simcha chala v'chala gila rina ditza v'chedva ahava v'achva shalom v'reut meher Adonai Eloheinu yishama be'arim u'v'chutzot kol sason v'kol simcha kol chala v'kol kala kol metzachalot chatunim mechupatam u'ne'arim mishte neginatam. Baruch atah Adonai mesameach halayim kala. Blessed are you who created joy and gladness, brides and merriment, song, dance, and delight, love and harmony, peace and companionship. May there be soon heard in all cities and in all streets along the world the same joy of partners on their wedding day, of passion and song and enough food for all. Blessed are you, Adonai, who gladdens the bride with the bride. Amen. In a moment, I will reintroduce you to Molly and Jaffa Batya. To close the ceremony, they will each smash a glass, symbolizing the shock of exiting this moment of perfection, if not also chilly, from underneath the chuppah, and entering into the whole new world together, connected in another deeper way. Smashing the glass also reminds us that even in this radiating, overwhelming joy of binding your lives to the other, there is still so much to repair in this world. Smashing these glasses symbolizes your commitment to gathering the pieces of our broken world, to building justice together. Once the glass is smashed, I invite you to join me in shouting Mazal Tov. Stay on mute, but shout Mazal Tov. And you might want to sing the words Siman Tov, Umazel Tov, or just, dance around as we mark that this is a sign of good luck, not just for the two of you, but for all of us. And there should be more joy and more of this. After that, we'll make a toast. So let's get set up. Don't do anything. It's your wedding.
Yeah.
Not yet. You got the right footwear on. That's right. It's good. Heel. Use the heel. It is my honor to pronounce the beloved partners, the Connor Weisses. Smash. Mazal tov! You can kiss the bride. Simen tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, and simen tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, and simen tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, and simen tov. Yehelanu, 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 ulekol Yisrael. Yehelanu, yehelanu, ulekol Yoshvei Tevel. Mazal tov. Take your moment. Yay, please.
Thank you. We're fine at the
I cut a lot of material because I saw y'all looking chilly. I was like, it's okay, we'll save it.
Very well.
Right. It's real.